Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Evan.
And welcome to Coffee Break. Welcome back to Coffee Break.
Our third installment of it today, and this is going to be a special one because it is the first interview we're going to be doing on this show. As we mentioned last time, we would like to have our schedule be that one of our episodes in our two every week would just be us talking about a particular subject, and then the second one would be an interview. And so for today's interview, as you probably guessed by the title of this video, is going to be with Laney Huber, who is very well known as a great soccer player at CHCA, and that's what we're going to be talking about with her today.
Yep. Before we get to that, we'll just recap of what happened last episode. Thank you so much for all the views and all the likes and everything. Positive feedback. We really enjoy the comments, and we really enjoy your guys' feedback as well. And definitely heard out some more conspiracy theories and some more people really confused about Mandela effect. So
yeah, but I mean, that was really cool to see everybody's reactions and see everybody like talking about that. I know we got a few comments on YouTube. We have people mentioning it to us in passing. So thank you for all the support. Thank you for listening and checking us out. So we appreciate it very much.
Yep. Before we go on the interview, I saw something today on Twitter, and you know, I'm usually not one to be a kind of Christmas freak, as you can tell by the survey last week. Me saying that I'm not ready for Christmas music, but something that is super special that's coming up is next Monday and Tuesday. There's a percentage. People, get ready. It is going to snow next week.
We might actually have legitimate winter at a good and reasonable time in Cincinnati this year.
Hey.
Because as you know, Cincinnati in itself does not care about seasons. Right. Cincinnati says, I will have the weather that I want to have. It will be July and you'll wake up in 45-degree weather.
Yep.
It will be December in 80 degrees. If I want it to snow one day and then be 70 that next afternoon, I will do that. So this year, Cincinnati might be getting out of its disgusting habits and getting back into the system of seasons we all know and love.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. All right.
Sometimes.
So, yeah, we're here with Laney Huber. Hello, Laney.
Hi, guys.
So Laney Huber is she's been playing soccer at CHCA for 4 years. You didn't go here for middle school, did you? Right?
No,
you didn't.
I came here freshman year.
Okay. And you know, I didn't really know Laney freshman year, besides, you know, her commitment, which Laney committed as a freshman to University of Dayton for soccer, which is what? I remember.
So
yeah.
If you don't mind, could you talk a little bit about what that whole process was like for you as a freshman, like being offered to go to college that early and kind of what that meant to you and how it felt?
Yeah, well, for girls soccer, the college realm, like they really start recruiting really early. So like during the middle of freshman year, like I'd go to ID camps. Like the coaches weren't allowed to contact me specifically, but they could talk to my club coach, and then my club coach would like tell me when and where to meet these people. So like once I went to Dayton, I just went on one visit and I just knew like that was the place to be. So, and like everyone at the time was like, oh, like it's so early, like you don't know what you're doing. But like I knew like that's where I wanted to go. So yeah, I'm just really happy with my decision.
Good, yeah.
And now like I'm stress free. Like I'm so happy I made that freshman year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know there's so many of us seniors that wish we could have been done with it so much earlier. That's really cool.
Yeah. I think we could all say that. Definitely decision making for college is hard. But that is awesome. I remember looking at that tweet freshman year, like I've committed to Dayton. I'm like, I need to start looking at colleges.
Exactly. No, I felt that same way when I saw another CHCA soccer player, Shannon Riley. I saw her tweet last year saying she had committed to Wittenberg. And even like junior year, I saw somebody say a tweet with the word commitment in it to college. I was like, what? I am seriously doing something wrong right now. Because if we have people that are already going to be done with this before senior year even starts, I'm about to be crazy stressed. So that blew my mind too.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. We don't have what they have, which is
true.
Athletic talent. Speaking of athletic talent, Laney is probably, if you ask me, one of the best players to go to CHA High School. I mean, I've seen her play a lot of times, and it's very impressive. So just a couple things that happened as she was here. She was first team all-conference 2015, 16, 17, and 18. Just recently named first team. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's big. And also, this is something that happened just recently. So Laney scored her 100th goal against Fayetteville Perry High School. Now, before we go on, this is 100 goals, not in one season, like some people believe.
As we thought when somebody said Laney scored 100 goals in a season, and Ben and I believed that for a good week.
Yeah.
But so for scoring that many goals, when you were going into that game, did you know that like I'm at 99 and I want to get to 100? Was that the mindset you had?
Yeah, for sure. Like ever since I hit 90, my mom loves to take stats, so she was like keeping track. She was like, only 8 more to go, only 6 more to go. So I went into that game knowing. So
soccer moms,
yeah,
soccer moms do like that. But now, from my understanding, you didn't just score your 100th goal that game. You scored more goals that game.
Yeah, I scored 4 goals that game.
Wow. Could you talk a little bit about just the feeling of seeing that ball go in for the 100th time in your high school career, like what that meant to you?
Well, for starters, the goal itself was less than ideal. Like it was just a bad goal to score. But nevertheless, it was my 100th goal. And I was just so happy that I did that. Because like a few games ago, I didn't think I was going to make it to 100 goals because we only had about 3 games left, and I had to score 8 goals. So like when I scored 100 goals, I was like, wow, that was pretty cool.
And so 105 was just icing on the cake. Then.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It really is insane if you ask me. So this, this is now MVC Record, which is the division we're in, which is amazing. I mean, you have that on your belt, which is awesome. I can't even think about scoring 105 goals. That's really insane.
The last time I scored a goal in soccer, I was in the 4th grade. I played 2 more years after that.
Oh, gosh. But, yeah, kudos to you. Just some little facts out there. You had 32 goals your senior season, 22 goals junior season, 29 goals sophomore season, and 22 goals freshman year. Now, I don't know about you or if you guys know much about freshmen playing varsity sports. 22 goals as a freshman on a varsity team is very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you're playing with people who've been playing for CHA for 4 years. It's a new environment. I mean, I know you've been playing soccer. I guess you've been playing soccer forever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just new, new players, new team, new opponents. But, kudos to you for that, because I feel like if I was a senior and I had a freshman scoring a lot of goals for us, I'd probably look up to them.
For sure. Can you talk a little bit about the team dynamic you had freshman year? Because obviously you had a very impressive season even back then, but was there a good atmosphere between the players and everything? Or was there a good dynamic?
Yeah, for sure. Freshman year, we had a pretty solid team. We had good talent on in each class, so that was good. I was kind of afraid to score goals my freshman year because I didn't want anyone to get mad at me. Because I thought the seniors are going to be like, oh, she's stealing the spotlight. But I was just trying to do it for the team. So that was just my goal freshman year, just to help the team overall.
Completely understandable.
That must have meant a lot to you too, coming in as a new student freshman year too.
Yeah. And it was just good to see everyone supporting me. There was no negative energy. Everyone just was a family.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, which is also big at CHA, always positive around teammates and whatnot. We always got good chemistry or whatnot. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So you guys, this past year finished ranked number 3 in D3 soccer, which is big, which is pretty good if you ask me, for such a small school that we have. You guys finished 11-7 in this past year as well. But this is the cool thing that I always keep in the back of my head. There was 3 seniors on the team this past year?
Yeah.
3 seniors. You, Shannon Riley, and Mary Moffitt.
Yeah. And
legit, the big 3, the dynamic duo, the dynamic trio. So, I mean, how would you tell us, how was that connection between you 3 seniors? How was the leadership?
Well, for starters, the three of us were captains. And we have been like really good friends since freshman year. And just every year you play with someone, you get to know them a little bit more. Like you can predict where they're gonna go. You know, like their strength, their weaknesses. So over the 4 years, we really just like combined as one basically. And like when we're all three of us are on the field together, it's like you just know like what they're gonna do. So it's just really fun, a fun dynamic for the three of us to be out there at the same time.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. One of the things another thing we wanted to ask you, I know we talked about in the past in your freshman season, but what are your plans for the future? Like, where do you see yourself after going to Dayton and your time there? Where do you see yourself after that?
Well, I'm not sure. I've been playing soccer since I was 5 years old, so it's been a while. At Dayton, I really want to make an impact and just like, I want to be ambitious, but also be realistic. So like, I want to score a lot of goals at Dayton. But then after college, I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. Because, like, sure, I could go, like, play after college, but I'm not sure if that's, like, what I want to do. But I'm always keeping my options open because it would be an amazing thing to play after college. But I've been playing for, like, 12 years now. So it's a long time. But I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. And definitely what comes with playing for that long of time. Now, have you been healthy with injuries and whatnot?
Yeah, I've actually never had an injury before.
Wow.
Well, that helps. That helps a lot.
I'd ask you about this then. If like I know you said you've been playing for 12 years and of course are in college, but is it ever something you get tired of?
There's moments where I'm burnt out and just need like a break, but after like a week or two, I'm like I'm itching to get back out on the field and like touch the ball again.
Because I know it's such a big part of your life, and that would of course be something that you would always go back to.
Yeah.
Which is that's really awesome.
Yeah. One thing that I would have to ask is, so you also play club soccer?
Yes.
Right? And what team?
Ohio Elite.
Ohio Elite. I'm not too sure what that is, but I see it on Soccer Mom's bumper stickers, on the cars all the time. Yep. So I'm guessing it's good soccer, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys play, is it year round? Like
year round except for high school, so it's like we had our last high school game on a Saturday. I had a meeting that next day on a Sunday and then practice on a Monday. So there's no break.
Wow.
That's fun. That's difficult.
Could you talk a little bit about like how that crosses over between like balancing that and CHCA? Does it ever interfere with one another?
Well, CHCA Soccer I love CHCA Soccer. It's like not necessarily my downtime, but at OE, we're in ECNL, which is Elite Club National League. So we travel across the country. I've been to Arizona, Florida, Seattle. So OE is just like so much more competitive, and like everyone there is like committed to like D1. So it's like the competition it's like so hard, but it's so fun at the same time. So then comparing that to CHCA is like I just get to be a leader on CHCA's team. I get to like really build my confidence. So
cool.
It's a good contrast.
Out of all the places that you've traveled with Ohio Elite, do you have a favorite memory or anything that comes to mind from doing that sticks out to you?
We traveled to Seattle last year, and like my whole family went. So it was just so fun to both play soccer and like have a family vacation at the same time. Like we went downtown almost every day. We went on like Ferris wheels, all that fun stuff. So it was great.
That was really cool.
All right, a couple more questions. So if you were to give us one crazy game where maybe it was a crazy stat, crazy ending to the game,
or maybe something between the two teams, any like competition or something like that. Is there any memory you have that you think would be the best?
I can't remember the specific game or like who we were playing, but I just know like we won, but like it wasn't just me that was scoring. It was like everyone was scoring. It was like a team effort. Yeah, so really when the team is just like everyone gets a chance to make an impact on the team, that's just my favorite time.
Sharing the wealth. That's also big for a leader as well, because like getting the whole team involved, and you score, but the thing is you assist all the time, and which is huge, which is a big part in soccer. I think we have one more question to just close out the interview with. Any encouragement to any athletes out there? Because I mean, you committed as a freshman. You're a great leader. I've heard great things about you on the soccer field. I can really tell that you are not you're very humble. When you committed freshman year, you would never have known unless if it wasn't for Twitter. Like you would never speak about it. So what encouragement do you have for any athletes out there?
Well, I started my soccer career at a club called CSA. It wasn't very competitive. It was just like your mom signs you up there when she doesn't know what else to do. And like I went to this club where girls from all over came, and like there's levels of how high you go in this competition or whatever. And all the girls I was talking to, they came from like all these different clubs that were super competitive, and I was just like, oh, I'm at CSA. Like I love my time there. But then I made the decision to go to OE, and just like from there on I grew and I grew. And I just say, like, if you want something, like, just go get it. Like, just make the decision. Go to the extra practices. Go, like, I practice after practice. Like, I stay after with my coaches. So just, like, if you want something, go get it. Like, it's what you work for is what you get. So
that's great.
Good stuff.
For seniors coming up next year, do you have any advice you would give them on being a leader in a team environment? Anything you would say to them?
Just be a leader on and off the field. Help the girls with school. Be positive on the field, because some of the girls haven't been playing for that long. So just like be compassionate with them, help them technically with their skills, and just be like a good big sister to them.
All right, that sounds awesome. So that does it for this interview. Thank you, Laney, for
no problem. Thank you
stopping by, and our first interviewee. My bad. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you on the next one. Laney, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.